Big legal news! As of January 22nd, 2021, it is now legal to take videos in national parks and post those videos on YouTube. Yes, that's right, before then it was illegal. Welcome to Parks and Places Online. I'm Tom. We typically highlight a national park or other place. If those kinds of things interest you, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. Today, we're doing something different. I'm not a lawyer, but we're going to discuss a legal topic that faces YouTube creators, or you, if you take vacation videos of national parks and post those videos online. First, let me start by explaining what the law was before January 22nd. U.S. Code Title 54, which covers the National Park Service, U.S. Code 100905 stated, "The Secretary shall require a permit and shall establish a reasonable fee for commercial filming activities or similar projects in a system unit." A system unit is another term for a national park. I'll put a link to the full wording of the law in the description below. Certainly the law makes sense for a big Hollywood production. Imagine if Steven Spielberg wanted to film a big sci-fi flick in Yellowstone about a supervolcano about to erupt. To film on site, they'd have to bring in the crew, the equipment, the props, the sets, and it would be a big disruption if they wanted to close off an area of the park where the filming was going to take place. In that case, sure, there should be a permit and a fee and coordination with the national park. However, the law made no provision for the amount of disruption that the filming caused. And yes, the law was enacted against YouTube creators because the activity was considered commercial. I have seen at least one YouTube creator who said that they were fined because they did not have a permit to film in the national parks. Note that this channel is not monetized, meaning there are no commercials. But if this channel became monetized, then I too would have been in violation. Well, in January 22nd, 2021, the U.S. District Court of the District of Columbia issued a decision in Price v. Barr, determining the permit and fee requirements applying to commercial filming under 54 U.S. Code 100905, 43 Code of Federal Regulation Part 5, and 36 Code of Federal Regulation Part 5 as being unconstitutional. They are unconstitutional because they violate free speech. As long as we've had the technology to film, the courts have consistently ruled that the act of filming and then showing those films is an act of free speech. I think this national park rule has been in place since 2001, so it took 20 years to get this law removed. What I think is interesting is that the National Park Service had different rules for film versus still photography. The rules for still photography are not affected by this and remain unchanged. I'll put a link to those rules in the description below. The rules for still photography are: still photographers require a permit only when, one of three things, the activity takes place at locations where or when members of the public are generally not allowed. Or, number two, the activity uses models, sets, or props. They're not part of the location's natural or cultural resources or administrative facilities. Or, number three, a park would incur additional administrative costs to monitor the activity. Now, those rules make sense. Why were there different rules for still photos and video? I don't know, but at least the bad rules on video are gone. Switching gears to a related but different topic, and that is commercial drone usage. I'm not talking about the National Park Service rules on drones, but the FAA rules on drones. The current FAA rules say that I can fly my 249-gram drone without a license as long as it's not for commercial use. So I can post a drone video on YouTube as long as I don't make money from YouTube. That makes as much sense as the national park rule, that I could post videos on YouTube as long as I don't make money from YouTube. The FAA rule on drones needs the same fate as the national park rule on videoing. Every person is to be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. I'll add to that, thank God I live in a country where there is a process to get bad laws removed, albeit a very slow and painful process. I know this video is different than usual. My next one will get back on topic of parks and places online. Thanks for watching.